Yes. Jai Hind and hello everyone. Welcome back to Crack Grade B. This is Sunil Jangin, and today we shall start one of the most important chapters, that is preposition, right? If you are preparing for RBI Grade B and any another banking exam, then make it not on your notebook that preposition is one of the most important chapters, and many questions from this chapters are seen in your various exams, right? So this is the most logical chapter, you can say, and this is the most technical chapter, you can also say, and this chapter continuously becomes confusion or dilemma for all the students, right? So we are going to start this chapter, and it will cover at least 9 to 10 lectures, and we shall complete this chapter in different 8 to 9 lectures. Okay, so it's first class today, and just comment our audio and video clear, and kindly share this session with all your friends and relatives. Invite them all, as you know we are going to start one of the most important chapter, and preposition is before you. So you can say ki whenever you talk about grammatical part, or most of the questions comes from this chapter. Second thing is ki whenever you are talking about fillers, right? So in fillers also, this chapter play a crucial role, you can say, right? And whenever you talk about paragraph jumbles, in that particular part also, it helps a lot to solve or to arrange paragraph jumbles, right? So very important chapter we are going to start, so understand it carefully. If you have any doubt regarding this chapter or regarding any of the concepts, so kindly inform on the same time, just leave a comment and I will reply your comment. Okay, I will it will very glad to reply your comment. So let us start chapter preposition. Okay, so in all segments, examiner ask questions from this chapter, whether you are talking about, you can say, error detection, you know this part, error detection, or whether you talk about just you can say fillers. In fillers also, questions from preposition or this chapter are seen. Okay, so initially we shall discuss what is the definition of preposition. So complete definition, if you talk about, then it is a word which is used before a noun or a pronoun. Preposition is a word which is used before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with the other word of a sentence. And the preposition which relates a noun pronoun with the other word of a sentence, that other word could be a noun, that other word could be a pronoun, that other word could be a verb, that other word could be an adjective, right? So preposition relates a noun or pronoun with the other words of a sentence, and that other word can be a noun, pronoun, adjective, or adjective or verb, right? So make it sure, one of the, you can say, some important concepts regarding preposition. So make it sure, preposition as per definition we know it very well, that preposition is a word, preposition is a word which is used before a noun. In most of the cases, preposition is used before a noun. So preposition, what it does, it relates this noun with the other word of a sentence, and the other word could be a noun or pronoun, that other word could be a noun or pronoun, that other word could be an adjective. So this word preposition relates this noun with other word, noun, pronoun. This one is the first, this one is the second. This preposition relates this noun with verb of a sentence. It can be also, it can also be there. And this one word preposition relates a noun with another word, it could be adjective. So this is the definition. If you talk about preposition, preposition relate this word, relate this noun with other word of a sentence. This other word could be noun, pronoun, verb, or adjective, right? So this is the definition if you talk about. And some of the main points also you can remember, make it clear कि whenever you use a preposition, as I said, preposition is usually used before a noun or pronoun. right? Whenever you get a preposition, it means after preposition you will find a noun or a pronoun. First point. Okay. Second point is what? Make it sure, if you talk about preposition, prepositions are used after adjective. Prepositions are used after adjective. So if you find any adjective and if you have to use a preposition, so this preposition is used after an adjective, right? And as we know, again, this preposition is used before a noun or pronoun. So after preposition, noun must be there. Okay. Third point is what? Third point is we use a preposition after intransitive verb. If a verb you have in the sentence and if the verb is intransitive, if verb is intransitive, intransitive verbs are followed by a preposition, right? Prepositions are also used after verb, but this verb must be intransitive. Make it clear, make it sure. Verbs are intransitive, verbs are followed by a preposition, but make it sure if a verb is transitive, transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition. Transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition. Actually, intransitive verbs, they demand a preposition after that. And again, after this preposition, we need a noun, because as we know, prepositions are used before a noun. So prepositions are used before noun, pronoun, adjectives are followed by prepositions, intransitive verbs are followed by prepositions. So these are the basic points, and this is the definition. Preposition is used before a noun, pronoun to show relation of this noun pronoun with the other word of a sentence, and this other word could be a noun, a pronoun, an adjective, or a verb, right? So this is the definition. So let us prove this definition, how preposition, how the definition of preposition works. So you have different sentences, and the first sentence is the apples are in the basket. Okay. And in this sentence, as we know, this word in is a preposition, and as I said, according to definition, prepositions are used before a noun, pronoun. So basket is what? It is a noun, and prepositions show this relation, show the relation of this noun with the other word of a sentence, and this word, this other word is also what? This other word is a noun. So this preposition is used to show relation with both the nouns, right? So we have relation of basket and apples. In this sentence, we are showing the relation between basket and apples. We are showing the position of apples, and the position of apples is what? That apples are in the basket. So preposition, you can say it shows relation, or preposition you can say relate a noun or a pronoun with the other word of a sentence, and these other words can be a noun, pronoun, adjective, or verb. Okay, as per definition in the second sentence, as we know, this word in is again a preposition, and prepositions are used before a noun. This word, the classroom, is a noun, and this preposition relates this noun with the other word of a sentence, and now this other word of a sentence is what? Pronoun. As per definition, we have shown the relation of noun pronoun with other pronoun, and we have shown this word relation with this noun. And in the third sentence, as we know, here word in is a preposition, it is used before a noun. So morning word is noun, and it shows the relation of this noun with what? Rained. So this word rained is a verb, and now preposition show relation of this noun with the other word of a sentence, and this word now is what? It is verb, right? So as per definition, we are going to work. Okay. Fourth sentence, if you talk about, this word of is a preposition. Prepositions are used before noun. This word dogs is a noun, and this preposition relates this noun with other word, and now this other word is what? Adjective in nature. Word afraid is what? This word is adjective. So by this method, preposition relates noun pronoun with several other words of a sentence. As per definition, we have just worked on these sentences. Okay, next sentence, if you talk about the man laid the book on the table. Okay, one more thing, make it sure, as I said, preposition is used before a noun, and make it sure preposition, this preposition plus noun, collectively it becomes phrase. Preposition plus noun, it becomes phrase, and this phrase acts as an adjective or an adverb. Preposition plus noun is a phrase, and this phrase either acts as an adjective or as an adverb. Make it also clear. Okay, for example, here this word preposition plus noun, this one is what? Phrase. And this phrase is what? This phrase is adverb now, and this adverb is going to qualify verb, transitive verb reigned, right? So this word is also, in the morning is what? In the morning is an adverb. In the basket is what? It is, you can say, preposition plus noun. This is noun complement, or noun complement, this is, right? This is noun complement. Here this is also noun complement, right? This one is adverb, preposition plus noun, and this adverb is going to qualify a phrase adjective. And here this adverb, this word preposition plus noun is also an adverb. Okay, next sentence, if you talk about the man laid the book on the table. Okay, in this sentence, the man laid the book on the table, if you talk about. So as we know, this word laid is a word, laid is verb, and this word the book is what? This one is object, this one is noun, right? This one is object or noun, you can say. And make it sure this word preposition plus noun, preposition is used before a noun pronoun, and this preposition plus noun become phrase, and now this word is what? This phrase is adverb. So how can you find that this word is adverb? Because this is the reply of where. This is the reply of where. If you just put question, where did the man lay the book? Where did the man lay the book? So reply is what? The man laid the book on the table. So this on the table adverb qualifies verb in the sentence. This adverb qualifies verb in the sentence. Sentence is okay, right? Again, in the next sentence, the man overlooked. The meaning of overlooked is to ignore. Overlook means to ignore, right? So in this sentence, the man overlooked the book on the table. Here word verb we have overlooked, and this one is what? This one is object, or you can say this one is what? This one is noun. Okay, again this preposition plus noun. Preposition plus noun, this becomes phrase, and this phrase acts as an adjective here. This is adjective here, and make it sure this adjective is the reply of what kind of. This is the reply of what kind of, and make it sure the reply of what kind of is always what? It is always adjective. The reply of what kind of is always adjective. So how can you put question? How can you put question? You can say what kind of book did the man overlook? What kind of book did the man overlook? So you will get a reply, the man overlooked the book on the table. So this word on the table is going to qualify noun book, right? So whatever qualifies a noun or pronoun, that word is always adjective. So now on the table, this phrase is adjective in nature, right? So now you can observe how preposition plus noun, it becomes phrase, and how this phrase becomes an adjective or an adverb, right? Whenever this phrase qualifies a verb, it becomes adverb, and when this phrase qualifies a noun or a pronoun, it becomes adjective, right? So let us move to the next question, next sentence. The man found the book lying on the table. Here in this sentence, as we know, in this sentence, word found is a verb, second form of the verb. What did the man found? The reply of what is book. So this word book is object, this is noun. This word lying is what? This word lying is first form plus ing. First form plus ing, this is present participle. This is present participle, and present participle acts as an adjective. And again preposition plus noun, this preposition plus noun, this is phrase. And now this phrase, to qualify an adjective lying, it now becomes what? Adverb. It again becomes adverb. So this word on the table is going to qualify lying, right? So the man found the book lying on the table. This lying is the reply of what kind of, right? What kind of book did the man found? The reply is the man found the book lying, right? And if you just talk about this on the table is the reply of where, right? This is the reply of where. You can put question, where did the man find the book lying? Where did the man find the book lying? So reply will be the man found the book lying on the table. So this on the table now becomes the reply of where, and the reply of where is always adverb of place. So you can learn all these cases or all these concepts. Make it sure the reply of what or whom, the reply of what or whom is subject or object. The reply of what or whom is always what? Subject or object. Make it sure. Okay. Let us move to the next one. Reply of what kind of. Either you use what kind of, or you can say the reply of which is always what? Is adjective. The reply of what kind of or which is always what? Adjective. Okay, third point is what? Third point is the reply of when is adverb of place. The reply of when is adverb of time. We are talking about when. The reply of when is adverb of time. And fourth point is the reply of where. The reply of where is what? The reply of where is adverb of place. The reply of where is adverb of place. Fifth point is what? Reply of how. Reply of how is adverb of manner. The reply of how is adverb of manner. And sixth point is reply of what kind of. Reply of what kind of is what? Is adverb of frequency. Adverb of, yes, what kind of. How often. The reply of how often. The reply of how often is, you can say, adverb of frequency. So these are several words which can be asked to just to be the reply of different adverbs. Like the reply of when is adverb of time, where is adverb of place, how is adverb of manner, and how often is the reply of adverb of frequency. To what extent is the reply of adverb of degree, right? Reply of what, to what extent is adverb of degree. And the reply of what kind of or which is always what? Adjective. The reply of what or whom is always subject or object. So these are the words which can be used to get the reply of different parts of speech. You can say noun, pronoun, or adjective, or adverb, right? So let us move to the questions. From exam point of view, what kind of questions examiner usually asks when you are preparing for any banking exams, right? So let us take first sentence. The first sentence is, first sentence is, we shall approach to you next month. First sentence is before you, and the sentence is, we shall approach, we shall approach to you next month. And the next sentence is, they have faced with, they have faced with strong criticism. Third sentence is, I can't afford to such costly gifts. I can't afford to such costly gifts. And the next one is, I can't afford to buy such costly gifts. To buy such costly gifts. Okay, different four sentences you have. Different four sentences you have. And now we are going to start first concept regarding preposition. Okay, this is the first concept. Till now we have discussed what is the definition, how it works, and everything, right? So now we are going to start, we are going to discuss first concept regarding this chapter, preposition. Okay, and the concept is what? In the first sentence, it is very clear. You have a verb, and the verb, main verb is what? This is approach, right? This is the first form of the verb. And as we know, all modal auxiliary verbs demand first form of the verb, main verb, right? And now make it clear, whenever you talk about main verb, and if you just categorize this main verb, you will find there are two types of main verb. First one is what? First is transitive verb. First one is what? Transitive verb. And second one is what? Intransitive. Intransitive. Right? Transitive verb, and second one is intransitive. So transitive is what? Transitive verbs are those which can transfer. That is transitive. Or intransitive, which cannot transfer the effect. If a verb is able to transfer the effect, it is transitive. And if a verb is not able to transfer the effect, it is always intransitive. And make it sure, transitive verbs are those which have any object. Verbs which have any object are called transitive, and verbs which have no object, right? Verbs which have no object is called what? Is called intransitive verb, right? There are two types of verb, transitive and intransitive. Okay, this verb, how this verb becomes a transitive? If you find an object after this verb, and this object receive the effect of this verb, if this object receive the effect of this verb, then it means this verb is always transitive. And if you don't get any object after this verb, and if you don't get any word which can receive the effect of this verb, it means the verb is going to be intransitive. Okay, and the most important concept is what? And make it sure also, if a verb is transitive, the reply of what or whom will be there. The reply of what or whom will be there. If you are getting the reply of what or whom, it means the verb is what? The verb is transitive, right? The reply of what? The reply of what is always direct object. The reply of what is always direct object. Direct object means which denotes to non-living nouns. Non-living nouns are always direct object, right? And the reply of whom is always indirect object. And indirect objects are, you can say, objects which denote to living nouns. Living nouns or pronouns are always indirect object, and indirect object is always the reply of whom, right? And the reply of what is always direct object, and direct object denotes to the non-living nouns or pronouns, right? So let us apply it in the sentence. This verb approach is a transitive verb. This verb approach is transitive verb. How can you find? You can just put the question, okay, you are getting a word you. So this word you denotes two persons. This word you denotes two persons. So this word can be object of this verb, or this verb can be intransitive verb. And intransitive verbs are followed by preposition. Just suppose if this verb is transitive, transitive verbs are followed by object, right? So we have to drop preposition to. And if this verb is intransitive, so intransitive verbs can be followed by a preposition. So our main focus is on what? Our main focus is on this word you is, whether this word you is object or not. You have to find this out. So if you just put question, or if you just put question with the help of whom, you will find ki whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. For example, you can ask questions. You can just use question like whom shall we approach next month? Whom shall we approach next month? If you just question like this, then you will find the reply of whom is what? You. So this word you becomes indirect object. And if you find an object, if you have an object after a verb, this verb will always be transitive. And make it sure transitive verbs are followed by object. Transitive verbs are not followed by preposition. So you have to drop a preposition to. Now sentence will be fine. And the sentence will be like, we shall approach you next month. Sentence will be like this: we shall approach you next month. Okay. In the second sentence, the sentence is, they have faced with strong criticism. This word faced is a verb. Okay. This verb can be transitive or intransitive. If this verb is intransitive, this intransitive verb can be followed by preposition. And if this verb is transitive, this transitive verb is followed by strong criticism object, right? So you have to find it out whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. So this word strong criticism can be direct object. It can be reply of what? It can be reply of what? So if you just put the question, what have they faced? What have they faced? The reply will be like, they have faced strong criticism. Mean to say, you are getting the reply of what? In the sentence, if you just put question like this, what have they faced? So you will get the reply of what? They have faced strong criticism. And if you are getting the reply of what, it means this now becomes direct object. And if you have a direct object, it means the verb is transitive, and transitive verbs are followed by object. And in reality, transitive verbs are not followed by any preposition. So you will have to drop preposition with. Now sentence will be fine, and the sentence will be like, they have faced strong criticism. They have faced strong criticism. Now sentence is fine. Okay, let us move to the third sentence. I cannot afford to such costly gifts. Okay, in this sentence, again you have a verb, and the verb is afford. Okay, you have to find it out whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. And I said, to find whether the verb is transitive or intransitive, you have to put questions with the help of what or whom. If you are getting the reply of what or whom, it means the verb is transitive. And if you are not getting the reply of what or whom, it means the verb is intransitive. Okay, let us put the question. This verb can be transitive or intransitive. If it is intransitive, intransitive verbs are followed by preposition. And if this verb is transitive, we have to drop to. and transitive verbs are followed by object, and this object, such costly gifts, can be direct object, and this can be reply of what? It can't be the reply of whom. It can't be the reply of whom. So if you just put the question, what can I not afford? If you just put question like this, what can I not afford? So reply will be, I cannot afford such costly gifts. Mean to say, you are getting the reply of what, and the reply of what or whom is always an object. Okay, so this word now becomes object, the reply of what. So sentence, in the sentence, verb is transitive verbs are followed by objects, transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions, so drop preposition to. Sentence will be fine now. Sentence will be like, I cannot afford such costly gifts. Okay, let us move to the next question, and the next question is, the sentence is, I cannot afford. Here again we have a main verb afford, and this verb is followed by a preposition to. This is preposition, right? And as we know, 2 plus v1, 2 plus v1, now this become 2 plus v1, 2 plus first move the verb, this becomes infinitive, and all infinitives are equivalent to noun, and this noun becomes the object in a sentence. So now this verb to is used to make this verb infinitive, and to make this infinitive, now it becomes infinitive, now this become object or noun. So this sentence is okay, and again in this sentence this verb afford is a transitive verb. All the sentences have become okay now. Yes, are you getting my point? Is everything clear? Yes. Okay, let us discuss some of the examples. Like if I say, we have ordered for a fresh cake. We have ordered for a fresh cake. And the next sentence is, the thief requested to me not to call the police. The thief requested to me not to call the police. Okay, in both the sentences, again you have a verb, and the verb is ordered. Okay, and after this verb you are getting an object, and this is direct object, and this is the reply of what? This is the reply of what? How can you put question? What have we ordered? What have we ordered? And the reply of what is, we have ordered a fresh cake. This is the reply of what? It becomes direct object. And if you have an object, it means the verb is transitive, and transitive verbs are followed by an object. Normally, examiner gives error by transitive verbs followed by a preposition. If you just drop this preposition for, now sentence will be fine. We have ordered a fresh cake. Okay, again in this sentence, this verb requested is also transitive verb, as we are getting the reply of, this is indirect object, and this word me is the reply of whom. How can you put questions? You can put questions like, whom did the thief request? Whom did the thief request not to call the police? If you just put question like this, whom did the thief request not to call the police? So reply will be, the thief requested me, and this word transitive verb requested is followed by indirect object. This is reply of whom. So mean to say, verb is transitive, and transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions. Concept is now, transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions. The concept is what? The main concept is transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions. Transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions. This is the concept actually, right? Transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions. Okay, let us move to the next concept. Let us move to the next concept, and the sentence is, if I say, this is the important, this is an important concept or important sentence, you can say, they have qualified. They have qualified to the preliminary test. First sentence, they have qualified to the preliminary test. And the second sentence is, they have qualified for the main test and their preparation for it. And their preparation for it is on full swing. Two different sentences you have. They have qualified for the main test and their preparation for it is on full swing. And the first sentence is, they have qualified to the preliminary test. Okay, in both the sentences, as you know, this verb qualified is a verb. This verb qualified is a verb, and after this verb you are getting the reply of what? This is the direct object. This is the direct object, and this is the reply of what? If you put question like this, what have they qualified? What have they qualified? The reply of what will be the preliminary test. They have qualified the preliminary test. If you are getting the reply of what and if you are getting the direct object, it means this verb is transitive, and transitive verbs are not followed by a preposition. So sentence will be like, they have qualified the preliminary test. This sentence will be like this. Okay, but if you just observe the next sentence or the second sentence, though, if the sentence is till main test, if I just keep this sentence till main test, so this sentence will become equal to the first one. Okay, यदि मैं इस सेकंड सेंटेंस को मेन टेस्ट तक कैरी करता हूं सिर्फ, तो ये सेंटेंस भी फर्स्ट सेंटेंस की तरीके से ही हो जाएगा, और मेन टेस्ट नाउ विल बिकम ऑब्जेक्ट, reply of what, this will become direct object, verb will be transitive, and transitive verbs are not followed by preposition, right? But in the second sentence you are having a reference, and the reference is what? In the second sentence you are getting a reference, and the reference is, and their preparation for it is on full swing. And their preparation for it is on full swing. This is the reference, you can say. This is the identity, you can say. This is the reference, or this is the identity, right? Or this is the clue. In this word, the examiner or the writer is saying the and their preparation for it is on full swing. And when our preparation is on full swing, it means if you have your exam in upcoming days, then only our preparation is always on full swing. If you have you can say take test, if you have take test, then our preparation uh, uh, never on full swing. our preparation is always on full swing if you have your exam in upcoming days. So if your preparation is on full swing, so it means this main test can never be the object. It means कि still he has qualified the preliminary test, and after qualifying the preliminary test, now he has become eligible for the main test, but the student has his or her main test in upcoming days. So it means this main test is not the object in a sentence, and if this is not object in a sentence, now this verb qualified will become intransitive verb, and now intransitive verbs can be followed by preposition. Intransitive verbs are followed by preposition, and this sentence is okay. But if I just keep this sentence till main exam, if I speak like they have qualified for the main test, now we don't have any reference or identity. Now this word can be considered as an object. Again this verb will become transitive, and we have to drop preposition for. But in this sentence what we did, इस सेंटेंस में एक रेफरेंस आपको अवेलेबल है, रेफरेंस आइडेंटिटी मिली हुई है, एंड रेफरेंस सेज के एंड देयर प्रेपरेशन फॉर इट इज ऑन फुल स्विंग. अब प्रेपरेशन फुल स्विंग पे ऑलमोस्ट तभी होती है जब अपकमिंग टाइम में आपका कोई एग्जाम हो, राइट? ठीक है, एग्जाम क्वालिफाई करने के बाद कभी भी हमारी प्रेपरेशन फुल स्विंग पे नहीं होती है, और जब फुल स्विंग पे है इट मींस उसने मेन टेस्ट को क्वालिफाई नहीं किया है. क्वालिफाई अभी प्रिलिमिनरी टेस्ट को ही किया है, मेन टेस्ट अभी पास नहीं हुआ है. वो कहना चाह रहा है कि क्वालिफाई फॉर द मेन टेस्ट, यानी कि मेन टेस्ट के लिए क्वालिफाई कर दिया है, ना कि मेन टेस्ट को क्वालिफाई किया है. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? सो मेन टेस्ट क्वालिफाई नहीं किया है, इट मीन्स दिस इज नॉट द ऑब्जेक्ट इन अ सेंटेंस, एंड इफ इट इज नॉट द ऑब्जेक्ट इट मीन्स verb is intransitive, and intransitive verbs are followed by a preposition. We know it very well. Okay, so let us move to the next questions, and the next sentence is okay. The students could not answer. The students could not answer to my questions. One sentence. And if I say the students had no answer, the students had no answer to my questions. Okay, two different sentences you have. In both the sentences, and in first sentence if you talk about, you have a verb, main verb, first form of the verb, right? Answer is the first form of the verb, and after this verb, this word my questions, this word my questions is direct object, and this is the reply of what? This is the reply of what? How can you put question? You can put question like what could the students not answer? What could the students not answer? So reply will be the students could not answer my questions. So this word my questions is direct object, reply of what, and if you have an object it means this verb is transitive. Transitive verbs are followed by object. Transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions. So drop preposition to. But in the next sentence you have a main verb, you have a transitive verb had, and this word answer is a noun in this sentence, and this word no is determiner. And if you use this word answer as a noun, if you use answer as a verb, this is always transitive. Transitive verbs are not followed by prepositions. But when you use this word as a noun, this word demands a preposition to, and prepositions are used before a noun or a pronoun. So this sentence is okay. So I mean to say this word answer, we have two different word, answer or access. Access is also from such term or condition. Whenever you use this word as a verb, this verb is always transitive verb, and answer and access don't demand any preposition, right? Don't demand any preposition. And if if it is used as a noun, this noun demands a preposition too. Now it can demand to, now it demands preposition to. So this is the concept. Okay, let us move to the list of such transitive verbs. These are the verbs which are transitive, and these transitive verbs are not followed by any prepositions. And transitive verbs are what? Ask, afford, attack, await, demand, discuss, beg, blame, right? Comprise, consist, comprise, contact, contradict, demand, discuss, or after that you can see enter, explain, emphasize, or invite, join, lay, meet, order, reach, resemble, resist, stress, told, violate, visit. These are the verbs, these are the transitive verbs which are not followed by any prepositions. So you have a list of transitive verbs before you. You can just write them, you can make notes of these chapters, right? And these verbs will help you to identify a verb, right? These are transitive verbs, as I said, right? Whenever you get such transitive verbs in a sentence, these verbs are not followed by any preposition, and examiner usually give prepositions after these verbs, and that will always be an error in the sentence, you can say, right? So I think it's enough from my side, and I just keep my finger crossed for you, and hope you are learning. Keep sharing these videos, these sessions with all your friends and relatives. Invite them all. You have your classes of English from Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Okay, so be here at 5 p.m. And this is one of the most important chapters, you can say, preposition, if you talk about. Okay, so in upcoming classes we shall complete this chapter. After that we shall start tense. You will get some of the classes on vocabulary and fillers and unseen passages, or reading comprehension, you can say. So it's enough from my side. Take care, goodbye, love you all, thank you.